welcome to Real Truth. This is Howard Real. A tragedy occurred a few days ago. A 17-year-old boy named Trayvon Martin was shot and killed. A horrible tragedy. You know, it was Rahm Emanuel, Barack Obama's chief of staff, now the mayor of Chicago, who became infamous by saying, "Never let a crisis go to waste." In the news today, and you'll find this on my Facebook page, the mother, I'm reading an item, mother of Trayvon Martin has filed 2 applications to secure trademarks containing her late son's name, records show. Sabrina Fulton is seeking trademarks for the phrases "I am Trayvon" and "Justice for Trayvon." Another item, this is a video that you will see on my Facebook page also from North Miami Beach, Florida. I'm reading, North Miami Beach police said surveillance video showed dozens of high school students demonstrating in the Trayvon Martin case Friday, ransacking a Walgreens store. The incident occurred during a walkout from North Miami Beach Senior High School in support of Martin, who was fatally shot. Minutes after walking out of their school Friday, a large group of students walked through the streets of North Miami Beach. Along the way, they stopped at a Walgreens at 163rd and 15th at about 10:40 a.m. Surveillance video showed dozens of teenagers running through the store. Police said about 80 to 100 students stormed in, ransacking the shelves before the school's vice principal ordered everyone outside. North Miami Beach police said students damaged items worth about $150. Local 10's John Turchin reported some merchandise also was stolen. My friends, Trayvon's mother and these students are not the only ones who are making hay while the sun shines. That is, while a boy, 17, lies dead. Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton, we know them well, longtime race baiters, hate mongers, hucksters, and extortionists. They are jamming their faces in front of the TV cameras, trying to get their 15 minutes of fame again in order to stir up racial hatred, sow disharmony, and just in general cause trouble. You know, it appears that in America today, whenever something happens, it's everybody gang up, jump on, this is an opportunity to vent. You know, we had problems with the economy, and so the banksters who created the problems took the opportunity to shove billions and billions of dollars to their cronies in the banking community in bailouts and assistance. Too big to fail. The government, problems with the economy, joblessness, and so suddenly we've got de facto martial law. We've got an end to posse comitatus. We've got soldiers on the streets. We've got FEMA camps set up, and there is a state of emergency in place so that the President of the United States can end effectively what we've known as the United States of America, cancel the Constitution with the stroke of a pen. This is all response to an excuse. There's an excuse, and now we can go wild and do whatever the hell we want to. Now remember when we were kids and the teacher would leave the room, it was time to whoop it up and throw spitballs and toss chairs and scream and everything. We have an excuse. The teacher left, after all. My friends, when there's an anti-Semitic incident, the excuse is always the same. Oh, it's the plight of the poor Palestinians. What we're doing is justified. It's not. It's an excuse. Whether it's building up a nuclear program in Iran or shooting people at Fort Hood. It's an excuse for people who want to create mayhem, who want to sow discord. It's no different than when people erupt, run through the streets, smashing cars and destroying stores because their basketball team lost. My friends, it's a year ago that the Fogel family was massacred in the community of Itamar in Israel. Father, mother, children murdered. A 3-year-old girl had her head sawed off of her body. Why on the plight of the poor Palestinians? What do you expect us to do? We got to vent rage. Last week in Toulouse, France, innocent people were murdered, including a rabbi and 3 children. This past Shabbos, in shuls across the world, a message was read from Mrs. Chava Sandler, the wife of the slain rabbi and the mother of 2 of those children. It was not a trademark notice. She was not seeking to make some money, make a fast buck, get her 15 minutes of fame. Here's some of what Mrs. Sandler said to Jews all across the world. I quote, "No one should ever have to endure such pain and suffering. I wholeheartedly believe in the words of the verse, the Lord has given and the Lord has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. I thank the Almighty for the privilege, short though it was, of raising my children together with my husband. Now the Almighty wants them back with him. To all those who wish to bring consolation to our family and contentment to the souls of the departed, let's continue their lives on this earth. Please, parents, kiss your children. Tell them how much you love them and how dear it is to your heart that they be living examples of our Torah, imbued with the fear of heaven and the love of their fellow man. Please increase your study of Torah, whether on your own or with your family and friends. Help others who may find study difficult to achieve. Please bring more light into the world by kindling the Sabbath candles this and every Friday. Thank you for your love and support. Her message was one of faith. Faith in God. Faith in the goodness of God in the face of horrifying tragedy. It was one of brotherhood and love, which gives the lie to all the other hypocrites who are out standing in front of news cameras and trademarking their dead sons' names and ransacking and stealing from stores because they now have an excuse. My friends, in the Talmud, the sages ask the question, who is strong? Who is mighty? Who is a gibor in Hebrew? Who's a strong person? A strong person is one who can control his emotions, who can control his passions. And that's what every human being, no matter what his religion, nationality, race, every human being is called upon to lead a civilized, rational life, a loving life, a faith-filled life. We can do that. The example has been given to us by Chava Sandler and by countless others who faced adversity, who faced horror with dignity and sobriety and respect and faith, and remembering the departed with the best of terms, not by lowering themselves to the lowest common denominator simply because the teacher walked out of the room and now it's time to let loose. As human beings, we're expected to be more than that. If we can learn to be giborim, strong people who can control our passions, if we can do that, then we can properly mourn those we've lost. We can mourn for the Fogel family, for those who died in Toulouse, France, and we can properly mourn young Trayvon Martin. This is Real Truth. We'll be back in a moment. Stay tuned.